Are you sick of preparing food in the world's blandest kitchen? I hear you. If you're looking to up your cooking game or you just want more space to swing those utensils around, then know that we're about to look at 9 ideas to make your kitchens better. Let's get into it. First up is to incorporate breakfast bars and actual bars into your kitchen. Firstly, you can very easily use island counters to create a breakfast bar with stools where your Sims can eat. And this is super helpful for smaller builds where you might not have enough space for a formal dining room. It's also nice to consider some mood lighting in the form of low-hanging lights over some breakfast bar areas or counters, which can just make the space feel a little more interesting. Then something that's fun to do and not used as much is to incorporate an actual bar into your kitchen, with some bars fitting in seamlessly with various kitchen counters. This is of course better for Sims who love to party or who plan on going into the mixology branch of the culinary career. It'll ultimately just mean that you can now use your kitchen to train up your mixology skill and create a wide range of drinks, and it is particularly useful for Sims who host a lot of events at their house. Next, we'll look at making better use of island counters. Yes, you can use them to make breakfast bars, but they can also be used in the middle of your kitchen to give you lots more workspace. You can even combine a middle kitchen island with a breakfast bar, whereby on one side you have a sink and some more bench space, and then on the other side an eating area that can help extend your dining room. Part of making the most of island counters is just knowing what's available to you, including the rounded counters. And a large island counter works really well to help make kitchens feel more grand and avoid there being a heap of dead space in the middle of them. The third idea that we'll look at is creating a butler's pantry. What's a butler's pantry? Well, it's essentially a smaller kitchen that's close by to your main kitchen that's used instead of it in order to keep the main kitchen tidy. I know, it's a little bit of a ridiculous luxury for the super rich, but The Sims is somewhere that I can actually live out those super rich fantasies. Adding one of these in The Sims is likely more for storytelling purposes, seeing as it's not too hard to keep a kitchen tidy in the game, but it can still be a fun element to consider, particularly for your more grand builds and playthroughs. I will admit though, sometimes I feel a little silly seeing my Sims use a butler's kitchen when a perfectly good kitchen is right beside it, but I guess that's kind of how I feel about them in real life too. Moving on, and we're going to take a look at using a feature tile or windowed splashback. When making kitchens, I think it's so easy to ignore the space between your kitchen counters and your overhead cabinets, but by changing up the walling between them, you can really elevate how your kitchen looks. Wall tiles and the like are a relatively easy win or option, but know that windows can also be really effective in bringing to life a kitchen as well, particularly for if you have a nice or unique view. Also keep in mind that you could also consider mirrors as an additional splashback option that can work in some situations. Making use of an outdoor kitchen is next. That's right, it's okay to bring your kitchen outside, ideally someplace undercover, though I guess it's The Sims so you do you. However, do know that many appliances will break in the rain, so ideally use upgrades to make appliances unbreakable, or alternatively just purchase unbreakable appliances. Sometimes your outdoor kitchen might have more of an outdoor barbecue area kind of vibe, and there's no reason why we can't take the concept of plunking down a barbecue outside and then make it better by providing some bench space around it. A place to cook some food and even dine outside can work so well by a pool too, and overall by placing a kitchen or area to make food outdoors, you'll find that it really opens up the idea of outdoor entertaining. On to the sixth idea now, which is to add some extra entertainment value to your kitchen. It could be a radio for your Sims to listen to some music, or alternatively a wall-mounted TV for your Sims to watch their favorite shows while they dig in at a breakfast bar. I will also use this point to talk appliances, as anything from coffee machines and tea brewers to things like microwaves and appliances from stuff packs such as the prep mixer, pizza oven, and waffle, ice cream and popcorn makers. Having an appliance or two in your kitchen that just lets you cook in a different way can just sprinkle a bit of extra fun into your game. Now, while we do love an open plan kitchen, the next idea is to use platforms, walls and half walls to make your kitchen feel like a midway point between a completely separate room and a truly open space. By doing things like popping your kitchen up on a small platform or by sectioning parts of your kitchen off with half walls, it can give your kitchen a little bit more privacy while it still retains a level of openness with the main space. Moving on, and you might want to consider open shelving instead of the usual kitchen cabinets in your build. There are some shelves that come with the Home Chef Hustle game pack, but there are also lots of general shelves that you can place in a kitchen too. If you decide to go with open shelving, then I do recommend placing objects on the shelves, otherwise your Sims will often place plates or empty glasses on them and be unable to get them down. And I guarantee that this will eventually drive you mad, so be prepared to decorate your shelves. Now, the final idea to improve kitchens is to add a wine storage area. You'll ideally want the Horse Ranch expansion pack here to give you access to the nectar storage racks, which will essentially allow you to store some wine in your kitchen. And these can work really well mixed into the counters and cabinetry in your kitchen. Also know that if you have the Dine Out game pack, then there's a decorative nectar cooler that can work really well from a storytelling angle, though sadly it doesn't have that much use in actual gameplay. And with that, we're at the end. That's a look at 9 ideas to help improve your kitchens in The Sims 4. If you enjoyed, then you're welcome to check out some videos on other ideas for other rooms, and I'll have links to those in the description. And as always, I hope you have an amazing day. See you later!